It is 7 a.m. here on Kincaid and Sal Tunis, 97.5, the Fanatic. A celebratory day. Flyers, first time in the playoffs in 6 years. First time in 8 years you got to experience that building electric. And remember, 8 years ago, the Flyers lost to the Penguins. This time around, the Flyers beat the Penguins. And last night, you got to see it on home ice. You know, obviously, them losing in Game 4 was a bummer because they couldn't complete the sweep. Obviously, the loss in Game 5 to the Penguins started creating some nerves. But last night, man, what a way to end it. Into overtime, 0-0, and the Flyers win it, and that crowd pop, the videos from every angle possible. You got Cam York throwing the stick, over the boards, over the glass, into the stands. He immediately apologizes, saying, I don't want a lawsuit. The guy's good. A little bit of a bruised hand because he had to stop it from hitting him in the face. But it was like that moment was I'm saying this in a nice way. Childish moment for Cam York, right? The game-winning goal.
He didn't know what to do, he said.
Right. Like, think about when you were a kid. You pretended at some point in your life, if you liked sports in the most minute way possible, you pretended at some point to hit a walk-off home run, hit a game-winning shot, score a game-winning goal, score the game-winning touchdown. Like, we all imagined that at some point.
And you kids, you guys in Jersey, you did not play, and let me just, I'm making an assumption. You guys did not play deck hockey, right?
Which one's deck hockey?
Deck hockey did you guys have deck hockey, which is where they have the actual rinks that are for street hockey?
Yeah, that.
You did?
Yeah. I played a lot.
So you did?
Because I was the catcher. I had the catcher's gear.
So you played in organized leagues and everything?
I didn't play organized.
Did you guys have like organized leagues? Or did
Very
you have
disorganized.
Yeah. But you had the rinks?
JMT Elementary School is where the rink was.
So they actually had the rink.
Yeah.
Hainesburg Muni Center.
I wore my catcher's gear and I was the goalie.
It's nice. They used to have like all the organized. The Flyers built in the 70s. Such a network of kids growing up. Kids who didn't even play hockey in their lives. Everybody played street hockey.
Yeah.
And there used to be this urban legend about Don Earl, the Flyers broadcaster and everything, and guys of my age know what the urban legend is. But every one of us, when we would play, you'd be scoring the game-winning goal or whatever. Yeah. And if it ever hit the post, we all said the same thing. And when you score, you dream of that. And Cam York didn't know what to do last night.
So he threw a stick.
He threw a stick in the stands, and
it was an innocent
moment.
And it's beautiful. Like, it's why I love sports.
It's one of those where they're saying to him, though, just Camp, don't do it again.
Yeah.
Just don't do it again. The legal department saying, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's avoid that next time. That's all.
The experience, what we don't realize is, and we won't realize this till future years, the experience they got this year in the postseason, I truly believe is going to be just the hardening of the cement on the foundation of what this team has built.
Yeah.
And I think it's really going to help them as this team goes forward.
Experience is a big deal, man.
It's awesome.
And you're getting that right now. And
well
you're going
worth
to
anything.
a second series, man. So let's
Everybody
go.
who wanted them to tank.
Yeah, look. There's people out there.
There's benefit. There is great benefit to what they've done.
And look, those people I'm sure are enjoying themselves.
I hope they are.
I
hope they are. I hope
they're enjoying themselves now.
So I've seen a lot of the timeline that are not. I got to tell you.
Really?
That are not, that are, saying, in the long run, this isn't going to be good. I'm like, you know what? Screw the long run, dude. Screw the long run. This is, because I'm going to tell you in the long run, this is going to be good.
Who would not be excited going into a playoff series? Sixers Celtics tonight, Game 6 here on 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, what do we have on the Davis Honda text line from the Sixers standpoint? A lot of Flyers reaction first hour, deservedly so. They won their series, they advanced. But the Sixers, they have a chance to continue the series. They have a chance to force a Game 7, which will be Saturday night. Like, let's go.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go. Come on, Sixers Celtics. What do we got? I'm ready to just be a child today and just go nuts. What do we have on the Davis Honda text line about the Sixers? And then you'll hear from Cam York, who we just talked about after the game.
Maria in Doylestown checks in, says, I've been saying since the beginning, since the play-in games, Sixers in 7. I still believe they can get this done, but you got to get one tonight.
She predicted Flyers in 6, Sixers in 7.
How about that?
I saw it on the Twitter poll the other day. She predicted Flyers in 6, Sixers in 7. And, well, she's got one. Maybe it's the magic of Maria. I love Maria.
Well, Maria's
see her at a lot of events. She's a wonderful person. All right?
I married one, so that's good. That's the way it works.
All right, what else we got?
All right, Donna checks in and says, how can you not be excited after last night and what happened with the Flyers? Embiid or Maxey puts up 50 back to Boston.
What?
Just carry it.
What?
Just carry the excitement. I hope.
No. I love that. But
Yeah.
I want to know what that person's having this morning.
Well, maybe they're still drunk from last night. I don't know.
Because I got to tell you, that's a little.
I mean, Embiid got 33 playing half a game?
50 is a
could do that.
That's bold and beautiful. I like it, though.
He could do it.
Maybe a combined 60 from the two.
That'd be great.
How's that sound? So the Sixers are back in action tonight, and we'll see that. I wonder how many people in the building last night will be there tonight. By the way, I want to give a ton of credit to the Phillies fans, not the Phillies. They did people dirty yesterday. The Phillies fans.
That wasn't good yesterday.
That the game got postponed. They have a doubleheader today, and they said, you know what? I already made the trip to the sports complex. I'm not going to let this drive go to waste. I'm not going to let the parking that I just paid for go to waste. I'm going to buy a ticket and walk across the street to the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Just so you know, the Phillies are not making them pay for parking again.
Right, if you have your receipt, yeah.
So it wouldn't have gone to waste.
Well, what if they couldn't have gone today?
Well, then it would go.
Because it's the afternoon game. I mean,
I got you.
12:35. In case people don't know, the Phillies moved the game time up from 6:40 to 6:10 yesterday to beat the rain. And then they postponed it postponed it to today 5 minutes before first pitch. And everybody that went down there and paid for parking and bought the beers and bought the hot dogs and bought the food.
Now there is going to be a doubleheader today.
Yep.
So you got those two. Cousin Matt wants to know who is going to the game tonight. He's going he's taking his dad down tonight.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So Cousin Matt's going down, and he says how many sickos. Probably Ray Dunn would if he could make the first game, but are going to hit both Phillies game and then the Sixers.
I'm sure people will do that.
That's a long day.
Ray Dunn, I guarantee you, would want to hit the second Phillies game and then Sixers at Stateside Live if he doesn't go to the game. I just want to know who's bankrolling Ray Dunn.
I don't know, dude.
I think Ray Dunn has a sugar mama. I want an investigation by Middays.
Well, he doesn't
have
to buy cigarettes anymore because everybody just gives them to him.
I'm actually wondering if Middays with Marks needs to have an investigation because I want to know how he's funding this lifestyle.
It's that Temple play-by-play money, dude.
Because I'm telling you, how's he funding this lifestyle? Because I tell you, I'm very envious of it.
Yeah,
it's a great lifestyle and good for Ray because it's great to see him out and about.
By the way, Steve chimes in on social media. Did not have a JMT school reference on my bingo card for today's show, but here we go. Yes.
There you go.
That's where I played my hockey, man.
There we go.
All right. Cam York, the hero in overtime.
Oh, my God.
The hero of the game, Dan Vladar. We will say that over and over and over again.
He is.
But the hero in overtime to give the Flyers the win, the series win, and extend their playoff run. Here was Cam York yesterday after the game.
Cam, can you just take us through your play that led to the goal?
Yeah, it was a great play by Mitchie on the blue line there. As soon as I got it, looked up, and KT was net front, and, just the way that the game was going, we knew that it was going to be a greasy one, and I just wanted to get it to the net, and, found a hole.
Celebration.
I hope everyone's okay in the stands. Definitely don't want a lawsuit, but just honestly blacked out. I didn't even know what to do. I was so excited, just so happy for my teammates and obviously the fans.
With everything that you've gone through in the last few years, just what is this moment like for you personally to have the overtime winner?
Yeah, it's special. I think anytime you can score an overtime goal in the playoffs to send your team, it's special, and I can't say enough about my teammates. The coaching staff has been unbelievable with me, and just reassuring, confidence, and guys are, like I said, just giving it everything they got this time of the year. And last year it didn't go my way, obviously, but I wanted to have a bounce back year, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that.
It's just awesome. So happy for the
Cam, you've done a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd say solid.
Yeah, I would think so. The hero of last night's overtime winner, Cam York. Flyers move on. Listen to every single Flyers playoff game here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And, of course, Sixers in action tonight. Flyers, look, again, we talked about it earlier in the show. The rebirth of Flyers fandom for a lot of people. it was a beautiful atmosphere there last night. So yesterday, I did not tell you guys this story yesterday because I was kind of scared to get some reaction. I had a mini speaking engagement last night.
You didn't want to fill us in because we would have killed you for it?
So, like over a month ago, maybe even longer than that, I was asked to speak in front of the students that are being honored in the Colonial High School Conference.
Okay.
Kids that are getting awards, going to continue to play athletics in college, sportsmanship awards, all kinds of stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. It sounds great. And then I find out that it's yesterday at 7:30. And I had known that for a couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. Then I see that Flyers game 6 is Thursday, 7:30. I'm like, uh-oh. Flyers wins game 1, 2, 3. I go, all right, fine.
It's there.
Flyers in 4. I won't have to. There's going to be no conflict. All right, Flyers in 5. There's not going to be any conflict. Boom, conflict.
There it is, conflict.
Dude, the amount of people last night at this event that were streaming the game on their phones, including the athletic directors of the schools that were sitting at this long table.
It's the way it works.
Everybody was watching the game. I was able to get out. I missed 5 minutes of the first period. But everybody that was there.
Were you still inspiring?
Yes, of course I was. I said go Flyers at the end of my speech.
Oh, well, that's good.
But the amount of people that were streaming the Flyers game last night at this event, honoring their kids, right? You know what I mean? It's their kids that are
Dude, all I can tell you is just clear your calendar for like May.
Yeah.
For like the rest of your life till Coop goes to college. Just clear your calendar because you're going to have all these things. This is going to be your busy time where stuff's just scheduled.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
So be prepared.
Well, he's not going to high school. He's getting his GED, and he's going to go pro like Bryce Harper. All right, what do we have on the text line there, Connor?
We have a lot of people checking on the Flyers, believe it or not. This texter saying, Flyers seem like a Destiny-type team. We need it. FYI, my son was born January 29, 2024. Got here just in time for his first Eagles game, and that to be the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's good time.
He's won now. Time for another championship.
Damn right. I mean, I'm always looking for the golden child. I thought it was Coop because the Phillies went to the World Series the year he was born, and the Eagles won the Super Bowl not that long after that. You know, there's probably some golden children out there right now when it comes to the success of the Philadelphia sports scene. And then you feel bad for them that they're not truly experienced.
Well, I sort of look at you, dirty, rotten scoundrels.
Hell yeah, man. I'm spoiled,
and I look
dude.
at you guys as the spoiled brats. I call you guys the spoiled. You're all the spoiled brat generation all the time. Real Mama Eagle. I saw her yesterday on social media. Real Mama was talking about the fact is first season as for her as an Eagles fan was like 98. And I'm like, I first of all, I hate you all because you're also young and beautiful. But it's like, I'm like, you guys have grown up in the spoiled brats generation.
Yeah.
You're all spoiled brats, like what you've lived with.
And you're happy for all of us, right?
I'm happy that I lived it because the thing is, you didn't suffer. When I hear people of your age talk about suffering as a Philly fan, I honestly scoff and say, shut up. Like people of our generation are like, shut up. You didn't suffer. You haven't suffered the way we suffered.
You're living your golden years right now.
We haven't. You didn't suffer. We did the suffering so you guys could live this beautiful life we've lived as Philly fans.
Thank you.
It's been amazing. Unbelievable. But I love it for you.
I feel like this is turning into like a religious thing.
I'm very happy for you.
You suffered.
I'm very happy for you, though. I really am. You little.
All right. What's the poll of the day, Connor? Dr. Avidan Appel, Iron Mountain Men's Health. If Porter Martone needs help after
he does not need help. He's 19. Come
after
on.
he got the stick to the stick. In case he needs help, Dr. Avidan Appel could help you out there. What's the poll of the day this morning, Connor?
So we have a suggestion, a little bit of help. The only thing, the Flyers rebirth in fandom's not the only thing that's recently been reborn. I think a lot of Penguins hate has been reborn too.
Hell yeah.
Well, now they're going into the rebuild, though.
I was going to say, it might not live long. So our question today, with the Philadelphia Flyers eliminating the Pittsburgh Penguins, what do you believe Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Chris Letang will do for retirement? We got 4 options, but we'll also take your write-in votes. Leading the way right now, embellishment coaching with 46% of the vote, 31% voting for a Golden Girls reboot, 15% saying they'll pick up golfing, and only 8% thinking they'll be a Penguins arena usher, but that is very competitive to get into, so I understand.
Yes, it is a tough gig to have. I saw Kevin Cooney yesterday put out a great tweet. can somebody check on the Penguins reporters? Because they may have just seen their golden tickets.
No. We got to check in from them.
I'm going to tell you.
They were really whiny.
I will tell you this: the Pittsburgh media as a whole that covers the Penguins, they are the biggest that I've ever seen. Bootlicking, pandering, like fanboy media that I've ever seen cover a team, and it's uniform. Complain about everything, pander to their fan base, cry about everything, try to endear themselves to their fans. It's not real coverage. And it's embarrassing for a great sports city that's what it is. I think it's Bush League. We even talked about it with my students. I'm like, that's not coverage. That's just pandering. That's what it is. Now, Bryce Harper would approve of it. He'd think it was great coverage, that what they're doing. I think it's childish. Yeah. Absolutely childish. Well, I like I'm going to vote for the Golden Girls reboot.
They're going to have to figure out their new favorite players soon.
And Connor, I'm actually sort of ashamed of you a little bit that you actually thought that the Golden Girls reboot, would people even know what that is? I believe that was your answer. Did I?
Yeah.
I'm a little ashamed of you. Yes, people would know what that is. People would know one of the most iconic shows of all time. Yes, they would know what the Golden Girls was. They would know what that reference means.
Thank you for being a friend.
Let's go to Tom and the Wawa KOP, our man Tom.
Yeah, Tom, I stopped in to see you the other day.
Dude, what's up, brother? Oh, Tommy.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you.
Go. Come on, man. I need your energy this morning.
Yeah, man. I was watching you guys on YouTube. Sorry about that.
You're good, brother.
John, good morning. Andrew, good morning, you guys. It's funny. I was laying here. I was like, I want to call up. John, we met like 13 days ago and we talked about this, and it's come to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just amazing. And I look back on that show because I watch it, and you said the spring we've all been waiting for. You couldn't be more right. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an amazing feeling. Last night we had no business winning that game, but the beauty of hockey is when you have a great goalie, like you probably remember, John, because you go back like I do. The Flyers played the Panthers years ago, Van Beesbrook. We couldn't get anything by them. No. And that's just how it goes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And now tonight, we got to hope we can bring the same energy with the Sixers, because that's obviously all the Philly sports are my love. I mean,
hell yeah.
I've been doing this a long time. You know what I mean? As Andrew said, I sound like it.
You do. Yeah, and I stopped in to see you the other morning specifically, and you weren't there. And it's
John,
I saw your my Jamaican friend in there.
Yeah, he's
the man.
Dom,
I love him.
Dom at the Reds. Yeah, my schedule there is a lot of second shifts. So that was
okay.
That was like I said, it was meant to be that morning when we met. You know what I mean?
It was karmic.
And I just wanted to call up. It's been great, man, listening to you guys.
Well,
and like,
glad we converted
tonight,
you.
we got to see what happens tonight, right?
Let's go Six.
They all want to bet. Oh, one other thing I want to say. Briere and Jonesy, I've always said this team, Ed Snyder used to always stick with his guys. And this time, this thing may have actually worked out with Briere and Jonesy. I got to give them guys a lot of credit.
Look, they rebuilt this thing, Tommy. Thanks for the call, man. Look, it was a really bad era for Flyers hockey before they took over. And I know that there have been a lot of fans that have had conflicting opinions on what they've been able to accomplish so far in this rebuild. But the Chuck Fletcher era, and again, I like to give credit to Dan Hilferty as well.
Dan Hilferty has done a great job.
We're not just doing that because we're partners with the Flyers. Like, there was a time before Dan Hilferty, sort of took over where it was a faceless organization, right? Like, we didn't really know.
No.
Who do we complain to? What happened? The Flyers stink. Who do we complain about? And Chuck Fletcher's doing the nonsense of, people don't realize we had the 5th best percentage increase in terms of winning percentage. You still finished like dead last, bro. What are you doing?
And one of the things that I can tell you from Jonesy and others, Dan Hilferty is a guy who has been the public face.
Yes.
The players all know Dan. They all get to know him and everything like that. But Dan Hilferty stays the hell out of the way of the decision makers. He's an executive who says, I'm here for you. I'm your guy, but you guys are doing He's not some guy going, well, I want to be in on every decision.
Right,
I want to be in. He lets them do their jobs.
In-game experience,
Big difference.
all that
Big
kind
difference.
of stuff. Yeah.
Big difference. And we're really lucky to have it. All the collective group is good because Jonesy and Briere, look, and I still give the rebuild a B.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give it an A because I think there's been some missteps along the way. But I'm so glad to see it coming together.
And I understand that when everybody came back, when it was Danny and then Jonesy, and then when they hired Tocchet, there's the, oh my God, they're bringing back all the old Flyers again.
Here we go.
And I get it, but at the same time, John, I would rather have somebody that loves the organization run the organization, right? Like, sorry to bring up his name because his name's being brought up every 5 seconds. Like Vrabel going to New England, right? A guy that loves the New England Patriots and loves Diana Rossini. It's been really good for the New England Patriots, right? Matt Ryan. Now taking over Atlanta. Like
Atlanta.
I like it.
And by the way, hiring everybody from the Eagles, if you notice.
Right, I've noticed. I like it when teams are being run by people that freaking will die for the organization. And you're getting that right now. With a guy from here in Dan Hilferty, Briere, Jonesy, their ties with the Flyers, and now, of course, Rick Tocchet is the head coach. I love that kind of stuff, and it's playing out pretty well right now for the Flyers. Coming up next, what does tonight mean for you? Are you looking at a game with analysis, or are you just bringing out your inner child just to be a fan? Let's discuss that more coming up next. It is Kincaid and Sal Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Kincaid and Sal Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
It is 7:31 on a day where we are partying and also getting excited for Game 6 Sixers Celtics tonight, partying because the Flyers won last night. Still a lot to come here on the show. Andrew DeCecco, it's Thursday, will be in studio with us from 8 to 10. Don't worry, we will still talk Flyers and Sixers. It's not just going to be Eagles the rest of the way. So Andrew DeCecco in studio with us from 8 to 10. Kevin Kurz, who we've spoken to a lot throughout the course of the season for the Flyers. He covers the Flyers for The Athletic. He'll join us at 9:05. And then Jim Jackson, the voice for NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Another great call, by the way, when I was pointing out, because somebody said, Jim had a great call on the winning goal, too. I did. We were obviously promoting the great work. The great work that was on The Fanatic. But Jim Jackson's call was also fantastic, and we'll talk to Jim later on.
Well, let's hear it. This was how it sounded last night when the Flyers netted the game winner, forcing the Penguins to go home to retirement, go to sleep, old man. Flyers win 1-0. They move on. This is how it sounded on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Michkov back to York. York Arista. Cam York from distance. And the Flyers are on their way to the second round. And it's a beautiful thing.
Do me a favor, Connor.
Okay, I got goosebumps with that.
It was great.
That's great.
Have Sean grab the TNT call, too. Because that one was awesome.
I still have not heard it.
Oh, dude, it was TNT or ESPN. I forget what it was.
I have not. It was on TNT last night, I believe.
Because I heard it during one of the commercial breaks, and it was awesome.
I did not hear it, so that's interesting.
So we can do the calls around
Pittsburgh.
The world.
By the way, I heard Pittsburgh radios, and I thought Pittsburgh radio call was exceptional.
Yeah, I mean it was very professional.
He did a great job, and he goes, "They score."
You also heard his dreams get crushed.
It was just awesome. Well, he knows he's going to be calling non-playoff seasons for quite a while.
No, they have a charity scramble coming up. High stakes.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, so he might be a part of that. You never know. All right, so tonight, Sixers Celtics, Game 6.
I can't wait. I'm excited for this one.
I said at the beginning of the show, I'm going to be 7-year-old Andrew, Sixers Lakers, Game 5, still thinking that they're going to win the NBA championship. I'm going to be that guy tonight. I'm going to be a kid tonight watching the Sixers game. I will stay up past my bedtime. John, what's your mentality? You have had the mentality of make me proud.
Make me proud. And by the way, mission's already accomplished.
Right.
But tonight, now I feel like almost, and I don't want to be this fan where I've said, winning 2 games already has made me proud. And I feel that Game 3 was a wasted opportunity. So tonight, I would just like to see them not waste the opportunity. If you give me the theater of a Game 7, it's completely unlikely.
Sure.
And it's completely something that I never expected. This Sixers team has given me more than I ever could have thought. And more importantly, much like what I'm seeing with the Flyers, I now have reason to believe that when the lights are brightest, I know some of these young components on the Sixers are going to be able to deliver in future years.
Absolutely.
So now, Joel, can you crank it up again? Can we get a Game 6 at home tonight? That's what I'm watching for tonight. I'm very excited. I'm as excited to watch a Sixers game tonight as I have been in a while. That Knicks series a couple years ago was great.
Oh, it was
a
awesome.
great series.
It was awesome.
But that series, I expected the Sixers to win. I picked them to win that series, as most people did pick them to win. And this series, I had no expectations for them to win. Now, you get to a Game 7, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, man. And you know, I think of our man Stan from Drexel Hill, one of our great callers. He talked about how well the Sixers matched up against the Celtics. There's a lot of people that saw the potential of a series win. The crazy storyline, though, of course, is Joel Embiid coming back, right? Joel Embiid coming back 17 days after the appendectomy. And no, he didn't look great, right? And the team got crushed in the game where he returns. But then just the second game back, you saw the Sixers team, especially in that second half, look like the team that we were watching before the appendectomy, where they were fighting for the 5th and 6th seeds in the NBA playoffs. And so if you get that team for a 4 full quarter effort tonight and you force a Game 7, you want to talk about pressure?
Oh, yeah.
All the pressure's on Boston. All of it. And then you see what happens. Take care of business tonight. Connor, what's your mindset going into tonight? What are you going out for this game tonight?
I'm not, because you got the Phil's doubleheader into the Sixers. It's got to be a long day.
Dude, I need you. Dude, come on, man.
Okay.
You're the single guy here. Let's go.
I'll take tomorrow off to go out for the 8 p.m. tip-off basketball game. I'll be watching at home on the couch. I'm old.
We'll have you call in.
I'm believing they can win this game. It's not just like what happens. Like, I want to see them win this basketball game. You're back home. You have a little bit of momentum. And Joel Embiid looked like he found something. Now, we'll see how long that lasts and what their strategy is going in, because it doesn't feel very stable that they're going to continue to play the way they did to close out that game. But you have every right to be in this series. And you've taken, 2 games in Boston? How about you get one at home?
That'd be nice. That'd be really nice.
It's amazing that we have 2 young teams that are so good on the road, because that's the part of this script that doesn't make sense for this spring. That doesn't make sense. Like, to go up against a veteran team in Pittsburgh and go and manage to win 2 games there. A veteran team with Boston and go to win 2 games there. That's the part of this whole first round drama that has not made any sense. And it's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's the ebbs and flows of a playoff series, I guess. Sixers 5.5-point dogs. The line has stayed steady. We brought it up yesterday at the end of the show. Celtics 5.5-point favorites on FanDuel, and I'm sure multiple apps. So look, it's the tightest line going into a game so far this series. So Vegas is giving the Sixers some respect tonight.
Would like to send a word today too. I forgot. I didn't want to let today pass, and I didn't talk to you about it earlier. Delaware County lost a legend in Michael Gallen, and you would not know, being a Delco guy. Owner operator of Barnaby's.
Oh man,
Michael.
Love
Michael was I think a year ahead of me at O'Hara. Passed away suddenly the other day.
Oh, it's horrible.
And but Brownies and Barnaby's, and a legend in Delco.
Yeah.
And Michael leaves behind children, grandchildren, and everybody. And we've done. Barnaby's.
I've done numerous appearances.
Barnaby's is a spot, and it was one of my mom's favorite spots. Being a Broomall person, one of her favorite spots. And when we would come to town, and condolences to Michael's family and to all the Barnaby's family and the Brownies family who just loved him. And he was a really, really good person and a good man.
Yeah.
And he'll be missed. I know he'll be missed down at the Deauville. He'll be missed in Ocean City, and he'll be definitely missed at Barnaby's. And we loved any time the Fanatic did something at Barnaby's. Always a huge success.
I can't tell you how many times I've been there between watch parties and shows.
I mean, always a great spot, condolences to Michael's family.
Absolutely. All right, Connor, what do we have on the Davis Honda text line? Feel the Davis difference. Check them out in Burlington.
Well, we've got some voice memos rolling in on the Philadelphia Flyers, and we got to check in on that because people are flyered up. We have Dan from New Jersey, who has been one of our guys that has been bringing the energy all series long, and I hope he's got more left for Carolina. But here's what he had to say.
Before I get to my main point, John, I was promised a comfortable third period, and you owe me a heart transplant. First things first. Secondly, the coolest part about this entire city is that every time a team goes on some unexpected run or something like that, back in 2022 or whatever, Sixers, you hear fans go, you know, when things really get good for X team, it really becomes an X type of town. Now, I know this is an Eagles town, but all that means to me is that this is a sports town. Because when things get good, everybody is all in. Let's go!
Yeah, dude, he's right. It is a sports town. We always do, Eagles town and Phillies town. It's a sports town.
Here's the only difference. I believe the Sixers are going to be better in 2027 spring than they are in the 2026 spring. I believe the Flyers are going to be better in the 2027 spring than they are in the 2026 spring. So that's the only difference that I say about that is when I'm watching this like I'm watching the beginning of a movie.
Right.
Not some just I found $20 on the ground. This team's not going anywhere.
Yeah, the Flyers, this is unexpected today.
This is early. The Flyers
but
are
it's
early.
not unexpected moving forward.
The Flyers arrived early. If you had the Flyers in the final 8 of the NHL this year, I would have told you were certifiably nuts.
Yeah.
So that's where that's at. But I do want to make a mea culpa, and I did say it to the boys in the third period last night on the group chat. I was having kittens in the third period, not enjoying myself at all, and I said so much for
that was
relaxing third period.
I could have used it. I could have used the relaxing third period.
And Connor, I think you said it. I've done really well sports betting on football. Stay away from my hockey bets.
Yeah. Well,
just enjoy the ride
you had
here.
Flyers in 6.
I did have Flyers in 6. Maybe my series bet.
You got to go a little bit bigger, wider scope.
Because Connor warned me yesterday. He goes, in the hockey, though, not so much.
You're Flyers in 6 guy. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
you
that's
got
the
Flyers in 6. All right? And by the way, that's a better payout than comfortable winning the third period.
Yeah, it's $130 profit. I'll take it.
All right, coming up next, we have today's headlines. If we want to sneak in a couple more voice memos, send them in now. I need more. I mean, let's go. If you were at the game last night, let's hear from you. 610-632-0975. It is Kincaid and South Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Kincaid and South Tunis, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Before we get to today's headlines, I cannot wait to take this call because I don't know, Johnny, if you saw the video. Connor, I don't know if you saw the video. There was a video yesterday outside of the Xfinity Mobile Arena when the Penguins were walking in. Did you see the video of the Penguins player?
Yes, I did.
All right, so the Penguin players are walking in. You see Crosby, you see Letang, you see some of the other guys.
Sharp-dressed team.
And then all of a sudden you hear, Malkin, you suck. But it wasn't from a voice with bass. It was from a little kid. I love it.
You do?
I love that stuff. Yeah, come on, man. I was calling David Bell a bum when I was like 7 years old.
To like heckle a player, you like that?
Screw him.
Yes. He's a Penguin.
He's going to do it in 10 years. Why not do it now? How about the father of the child was at the game and was with his children seeing Malkin get off the bus?
Oh, my gosh.
We got Sully in Newtown Square. What's
Sully's
up, Sully?
from Newtown Square?
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, Sul?
Dude,
Go Flyers.
What's up? Go Flyers.
My gosh.
Dude, let's start with the pregame. Like, I guess you guys just wanted to heckle a little bit. I love that.
Oh, yeah, we haven't been to a game in a while, so we got down there early trying to get to the block party, and we never even made it back there because as we walked up, we saw a couple of the Flyers coming in, so obviously they were yelling at those guys first. We chirped Jonesy as Jonesy came in. He parked his car all crooked, and the kids, yelled out to him that we hope we play better tonight than the way you park.
That's awesome.
And then he loved that. Jonesy was laughing on his way, and then we seen the Penguins bus pull up, and they ran over. You can't even see down there anymore. And they were laying on the ground. I took a picture of them laying there as they chirped through like the cracks. But the second they laid down, they saw Malkin getting off. So he was the first one they got. Luckily, Crosby, Letang, and Carlson got in ahead of them. But, you know, they may have lost their cool a little bit if they've seen them first.
I got to say this. Malkin was cool about it. Like when.
Oh, that was great.
Dude,
he was really funny.
His reaction. I know we hate the Penguins, and I know that we hate those guys because they've been beating the Flyers for 20 years. His reaction to your kid saying, "Yo, Malkin, you suck," was actually awesome.
Yeah, they laughed immediately. They were like, he said, "Dad." They're like, "Dad." He was like, "What?" Like putting his hands up, like, "Why?"
It was great. So what was it like inside the building last night, dude? You and your kids, you said you haven't been to a game. How old are your kids?
16, 14, 13.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. That changes the whole story then.
Yeah.
He wasn't real.
Oh, okay. I thought this was.
I thought they were a little bit younger.
I thought they were younger. I had no problem with a kid that age saying that. Okay, they had no
13.
problem.
He could barely. It sounded like he was a little younger. He's basically sticking his mouth through the freaking fence.
Oh, okay.
You know,
okay.
I don't know if you guys see down there. You can't even. You used to be able to, you know, look down there easily. You can't even barely see anything now. So
that's fantastic, though. Then okay, I have no problem.
So what was the in-game experience like with all you guys? You know, from start to finish, of course, the game winner.
Oh, it was great. You know, these guys. You know, my youngest son, who he said, "Dad, watch us go there and then not score a goal." You know, he said that the morning of. I was like, dude, you know, I can see it being a close game. God, I hope that doesn't happen. And when we went through 3 periods, no scoring, you know, the whole building was quiet. It didn't really feel like, you know, a normal game where everybody's getting fired up. Like everybody was nervous, you know, but hey, we got a lucky little muffin on net, went in. So
that's awesome,
dude. That's great.
That's
man.
awesome.
I'm glad you got to experience that with your kids, Sully. That's awesome.
A great
Thanks
family memory.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, you know, we all think about it. Like
that's great. I thought that was a little kid.
Yeah, no, I thought it was too.
Because I was going to say to both of you, you're morons. If you think they're like if Cooper did that, that would be stupid.
He literally says that the Mets stink like trash.
Okay, that's different if he say that. But if you have your if your 4-year-old was out heckling, I would say bad parenting.
Yeah, you're late to the game. They should start it too.
Your teenager says something like that, I laugh. There's a difference. There is a big difference. Big difference.
Coops could be a heckler.
He's not going to be a heckler at 4.
He already is.
He's not going to do that.
Love that.
See?
Yeah. Let's go.
Jeez.
All right. Hey, don't talk about my parenting.
Come on.
Time now for today's headlines with Connor Thomas.
Today's headlines with the Connor Thomas.
It's brought to us by Lundy Law. For over 70 years, Lundy Law has been fighting for injured people. If you need them, remember the name Lundy Law, your injury lawyers. Visit LundyLaw.com. That's LundyLaw.com. The Flyers, not the only overtime winners last night, or I guess technically, because this one was double overtime. The Vegas Golden Knights taking a 3-2 series lead in double OT in a great game.
20 seconds left on this Utah power play. Vegas off ice, an aggressive stance. Steal by Howden. Scores!
Brett Howden scoring the winner for them. Now, do you guys find yourself rooting at all for John Tortorella, having taken over there?
Yes, but Liv is upset because she's now rooting for her new hometown, Utah Mammoth.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed about that.
Why
is she now all of a sudden a Mammoth fan?
She was watching the Flyers last night, but she's watching the Flyers and then watching that. And then
you were Mr. Don't change your allegiances regardless of where you live.
She wants to fit into the party, but she was wearing her Flyers gear yesterday.
You're talking about I shouldn't let my son heckle.
No, she's 22. First of all, I don't tell my...
You were Mr. I went to Atlanta and I never changed my allegiances.
I never did. Well, she's still wearing her Flyers stuff in Utah yesterday.
Okay.
So she's doing her stuff, but she wants to fit into the party, too. So she's 3 blocks to the stadium. She'll be at the block party on, I guess, Saturday or Friday. Friday night is the next game.
It's just wild.
I'm rooting for Torts to kick ass.
Yeah, it's just wild that Torts is a game away from finding himself.
And he got hired, like a month ago?
Not even.
Like 8 games to go in the regular season. He didn't lose. Every game they got a point. He stepped into a team that was spiraling, the death spiral.
Yeah, look, he was done here. He didn't want to do the rebuild anymore. He goes to Vegas last minute, and look what's happening.
Well, good news. Rebuild's over. Well, maybe. Yeah. Now, something that is over is Alexei Ramirez's baseball career. Now, that makes sense because he's 44 years old.
Yes.
But at 44 years old, he became the oldest player to ever play in the World Baseball Classic over the summer.
Yes,
People
he
are
did.
like, man, this is incredible. The longevity of this guy. Well, there's a very explainable reason.
Yes, there is.
He tested positive for 4 different types of anabolic steroids.
Oh, wow.
That's the World Baseball Classic.
I
news
respect
just coming
it.
out.
He did it for his country.
If you're over 40, you should be able to take steroids to play professional sports. You should.
I just remember Alexi Ramirez. I forget the guy's name. He's one of the best. The play-by-play guy for the White Sox.
Yeah, the Alexei.
Mark
Burley's perfect
game. It was
game.
Mark Burley's perfect game. He made the throw from shortstop and got the last out. And I'll always remember Alexi Ramirez for that and 4 different doses of anabolic steroids.
3 wasn't going to get it done. Needed the 4th.
I also believe that if something is legal under a doctor's prescription, players should be able to use them.
What, including steroids?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know why, if something's legal, why somebody shouldn't be able to use it.
Well,
because it doesn't make
these guys
you,
are hitting the baseball 140 miles an hour. Going to kill somebody.
I don't have any evidence to back that up, but I've heard that. I don't have any evidence to back that up. But that's fine. And guys use steroids for a long time.
Yes,
and pitchers use steroids for a long time. I don't remember those rampant deaths.
So Jose Alvarado, Max Kepler, got Johan Rojas. You did nothing wrong,
No,
boys.
you can't cheat when there are rules in place. I believe the rules should be different. Is what I truly believe in sports. I believe the rules should be different.
Here's a rule we can all agree on. We'll round out with this. The Cincinnati Reds are playing the Colorado Rockies currently, and the Reds have a great in-park promotion where if they strike out 11 opposing batters, it's free pizza for everybody. Wow. But this one was a little bit more dramatic because
it's like the Frosty Freeze Out, the bricking for chicken.
Yeah. This one came down to an ABS challenge.
Just missed. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. The catcher has talent to call a ball. Stevenson's 1-1 tonight. Can he win pizza for those in the stands? The crowd ready to burst. That's a strike. Pizza for everybody.
Oh, how about that?
What a crowd pop there for an ABS challenge.
ABS for the pizza. I love that.
That's why it's a great rule. Helping the people out. Maybe the Phillies need to do that, and we'll give out pizza once a year.
All right, good job, Connor. All right, coming up next. Look, the party continues. The party of celebration. The pregame party for tonight. Flyers win yesterday. Sixers hopefully force a Game 7 tonight. Coming up next, our man Andrew DeCecco in studio. It's Thursday, so Andrew will be with us for the rest of the show. But don't worry, Sixers Flyers talk's not going away. You heard the montage of Game 6 earlier in the show. That was basically the Dan Vladar montage with one Cam York goal. I put Connor to the test, Johnny. I wanted a Flyers in 6 montage.
All right.
And he put one together. So we have this series-long montage to play for you coming up next to start the 8 o'clock hour. We'll talk more about tonight's Sixers game. It is Kincaid and Sal Tunis here on 97.5 The Fanatic.